Well, we're back here at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field at the College of Holy Cross, and I'm here. I'm Jim Vartelis with my buddy Nick Lemire. We'll be calling the second game, and it's going to be between Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, the away team, and Lawrence, Mass on the home team. And Lawrence and Shrewsbury will stay in their respective dugouts, but they will switch home and away. Lawrence, Mass now in the field, and Nick, this is going to be a great one today.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You know, we watched a great first game. Came down to one run. You know, big inning for Lawrence in the third inning last game that got all their runs there. And this is going to be a battle. Let's see who wants to go to Carolina more.
Yeah, Nick and Armani Paulino on the mound. Sean Bunting is going to come up for Shrewsbury. Can we get the rest of that order?
Yeah. And then,
very similar to
yeah,
before.
It's the same order. So batting second to center fielder number 3, TJ Morguera. Batting third to first baseman 44, Matt Livingston. Batting cleanup, who is going to be pitching this game, is John West. And that ball's lined out to the third baseman.
Yeah, so an easy, quick out there for Paulino as Sean Bunting lines out to the third baseman.
Batting fifth will be the right fielder number 2, Mike Bonolo. Batting sixth, the second baseman number 5, Chris Wright. Batting seventh, the catcher number 23, Christian Siciliano. Batting eighth, third baseman number 7, Tyler Hopping. And batting ninth is the shortstop number 10, Ryan Conant.
That ball just missed from Paulino. As I said, Armani Paulino on the hill today. Behind the plate will be Henry Chaco. From left to right, we already met the third baseman Guerrero. Shortstop will be Cabral Peralta, and then second base will be Pena. First base will be Verona, and left field will be Colon. Center field, John Batista, and in right will be Ivanson Batista. So, not many changes besides the pitchers here. That one swung on and missed. And Morguera is even 2-2. So 1 out, nobody on.
Yeah, Shrewsbury's opted not to use their DH spot. West DH last game, but he will be pitching this game, so they want his bat in that lineup.
That ball hit up the middle, and Morguera will get on with a single. Morguera has speed. So 1 man on now, the top of the first. Livingston up now, the big lefty.
It's a good start for Morguera. You know, last game he went 0 for 4. A couple fielder's choices there, so it's good for him to get up there, get a base hit early in this game.
Yeah, gain some confidence. This is you get to start over new right now. That ball hit the left field, and looks like Colon will camp under it, and Morguera has to go back to the bag. So Livingston pops out to the left, and now 2 outs now. John West, the pitcher, will step in now. As Nick said, he was the DH in the last game. He hit some balls hard. He hit that ball through the third and shortstop gap.
Wonder if this will be another quick game. Last game was a fairly quick game. You know, here already we got 2 outs.
Yep. The pitch from Paulino is a curveball, hits West. So a hit by pitch, and now Bonolo, the lefty, will come on with 2 men on, 2 outs, top of the first, and John West at first, TJ Morguera at second, and Bonolo, the lefty, will be coming up.
See if they can make anything happen here with 2 outs, 2 men on.
Yeah, they got 1 run early in the last game, Nick. That cut is swung on and missed.
Notice these pitchers, they work fast. You know, they don't not too much time in between pitches. You know, they get up there and
yeah, they're trying to find that rhythm. Paulino's pitch fouled over our press box, so Bonolo falls behind 0-2 now, so 2 outs, 0-2 count. Man on first and second. We're in the top of the first here in the if game of the Northeast Regional Championship tournament. Well, it's the championship. And the winner will move on to Shelby, North Carolina. And whoever wins this game will play Thursday. That ball hit the center field, and it looks like John Batista will camp underneath it and make the easy out. So, as I said, as we head into the bottom of the first, whoever wins this game will play Thursday, August 15th against the Mid-Atlantic winner. And they'll play at 7:30 on ESPN3. So I'm here with my buddy Nick Lemire. I'm Jim Vartelis. We're with Sporting News CT. We'll be calling this game from Hanover Insurance Park. And we'll be back after these important American Legion messages.
Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Well, we're back here in the bottom of the first as Shrewsbury takes the field, and Lawrence Mass will come up in the bottom of the first. John West will take the mound. We've seen him once in this tournament. He pitched 3 innings, only gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. Struck out 6 batters in 3 innings, Nick. And opponent batting averages only 100. So, John West.
This should be a good game to watch him pitch.
And after watching Paulino's first inning. So, Kebler Peralta, the leadoff batter, will lead it off. And, Nick, can we get this batting order for this Lawrence Mass team?
Yeah, taken after Peralta, we got the second baseman, number 11, Annabelle Pena. Batting third baseman, number 19, Ryan Guerrero. Batting cleanup, first baseman, 22, Christian Verona. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 21, Henry Chaco. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 9, Iverson Batista. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 12, John Batista. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 2, Luis Colon. And batting ninth, DHing, is number 13, Luis Mahaya.
As I said, John West will be on the mound. Behind the plate, Siciliano, who had a great game behind the plate last game. Peralta steps in. From left to right, we have Topping. It's not Topping, it's Hopping. I call him T-Hop. And Conan at short. Wright's at second, Livingston at first, and out in deep left field will be Sean Bunton, and center field TJ Morguera, who started off the last inning with a single, and Bonolo out in right.
What I'm noticing from this Shrewsbury team, Jim, is they got a lot of good pitching. You know, they have the 3 guys we interviewed in earlier game. All they did was pitch. You know, and so it's good to see that.
Yep, and that curveball on the outside corner, West getting that first strikeout, and that's big. You know, Nick, I always like to say when I'm coaching, you know, to my guys, if you strike out to start off an inning, that just takes the wind out of everything.
Yes, it does.
So now 1 out now, and Pena will draw into the dirt, you know, all these little superstitions that we have as baseball players. Pena had a great game last game, right?
Yes, it did.
I think he had a 2 RBI double.
Yep.
That ball hit the right center field, and that might be a gapper. It is. Bonolo will try to cut it off, but it gets by him. And he's going to try to stand up there. So another double for Pena.
He's hitting the ball very well. I mean, he split that gap right down the middle. Ball stopped in the grass just before the warning track.
Yep. And now Pena will stay on second, obviously. Guerrero up.
No hits last game for Guerrero. He did reach on a fielder's choice and scored that run in that big third inning that they had, though.
You got to think Guerrero's one of their best hitters, as he is the 3 batter here, lefty.
Yeah. And you know, West it's not like he's not throwing hard. He's bringing the heat so far early in this game, but it just seems like Lawrence is on top of him right now. They're seeing the ball well.
Yep. So we're here at Hanover Insurance Park. It's 0-0 in the bottom of the first, but Lawrence Mass has a man on second base, 1 out. Guerrero puts the bunt down. He hits it to the third baseman, and he's going to be safe all around. Great bunt there by Guerrero. So a base hit. So now first and third, 1 out.
This Lawrence team looks like they showed up. They showed up to win this game here, Jimmy. It's only the first inning, but
Yep, they're scrappy, Nick.
they are.
You know, that was one of the words that our interviewees said. They said this team is not going to go away. So, big lead there for Guerrero, and John West checks the runner. So now first and third, and the bottom of the first, there's 1 out. They'll play the double play ball, but up on the corners. Pitch from West. Hard fastball in there, just missed on the outside corner. And a lot of fans here to watch this championship game. John West from the stretch, the runner goes. Siciliano is going to throw it to the shortstop, they'll cut it off. Kind of seen that already today.
Yeah,
Pena holds. Now we'll see what Shrewsbury's going to do. They're not going to move up, so a hard ball hit, they might go home. That one in there for a strike, 2-1 now. And you're right, Nick. West has some velocity.
He's definitely mid-80s at least, I'd say, from looking at it from up here.
That one fouled off, so now he evens it out 2-2. So, you know, if West could get another strikeout here, as he struck out 6 in 3 innings in the only appearance we've seen him so far. He's got that power. That ball hit in the right field, and Manolo will go back, catch it. That'll tag Pena, excuse me, and now Guerrero's at third, so a sac fly.
That's how you get the runs in.
Yeah, so an RBI sac fly for Christian Verona.
And, you know, Verona he was a little late on that fastball, but, you know, he swung hard, put it out to deep right field, you know, get that guy to tag up from third base and the guy from second to tag up to third.
Now Henry Chaco will step in, the man on third, and that's Guerrero at third. So 2 outs. John West's pitch in there for a strike.
If West can get out of this inning with only giving up 1 run, that'll be a positive for him.
Yep, and that one's fouled straight back, so West able to get ahead early now. It's 0-2. 2 outs, and update our scoreboard. Sorry for our viewers. It's now Lawrence Mass 1, Shrewsbury 0. Foul down the right field line.
Noticing Guerrero down there at third base as the
Playing
pitcher's coming
games.
to the plate. He's trying to distract him there. So if you're West, you just got to take that out of your head. Don't pay any attention to him.
You're right, Nick.
Pay attention to the guy up at the plate. Get your out.
That ball hit down the right field line, and it's going to be foul, tailing away.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that today with West pitching. A lot of balls down the right field line from right-handed batters.
I agree, Nick. They're not able to catch up on it as they would normally, and still hitting the ball hard, though. If you're the right fielder, Bonolo, you're going to have a busy day, as the wind does blow that way as well, as you look up at that American flag proudly waving. And Henry Chaco up. He's 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls off more pitches. They already ran out of baseballs, so they'll throw a couple more in. And West, as you said, Nick, will try to get out of this inning with only 1 run given up. That ball hit down the left field line, right to the third baseman. Hopping throws her across, and he gets him. Great play by Hopping as he's able to backhand that one and throw it to Livingston. So not before Lawrence Mass is able to score on 2 hits, a sac fly, no errors, 1 run, and 1 man left on base. So we'll head into the top of the second as Shrewsbury Mass comes up and tries to tie up this ball game, Nick. And we're here with Sporting News CT. We'll be back after these American Legion messages.
Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Well, we're back here in the top of the second, and Lawrence Mass leads 1-0, and Shrewsbury will come up in the top of the second. It'll be Chris Wright, Christian Siciliano, and Tyler Hopping, the 6, 7, 8 batters. And Nick and me were talking over the break, and it's almost like the pitching matchup here is like David and Goliath. You know, John West, the tall, big right-handed thrower, and Paulino, Armani, he's so small, but able to get those first couple guys out here from Shrewsbury, and this is going to be an interesting game, Nick.
Yep.
I already think it's going to be a close one, so that ball's in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
What Shrewsbury has to do is they have to sit back, wait for the pitch to come there, don't jump out in front of it.
That ball blooped. It's going to drop in, I think, unless, Ivanson Batista comes on. That one just hung up there too much, and Batista comes in. That's Ivanson. And a quick, easy out for Paulino, so he keeps mowing down batters here early on. Shrewsbury needs to get runners on and put the pressure on the defense, as they had a single and Paulino hit a guy earlier on in the first. Not much really going, though, so they'll try to add on here and tie this thing up. Curveball outside, ball 1. Paulino working from the stretch. That ball inside, hit slowly to the third baseman. Guerrero's going to bobble it and throw it away. It's going to get by him, but Siciliano is going to hold at first, so see how they mark that one, Nick.
I would assume that'll be an error on the third baseman.
We'll see. Looking up, and yeah, you're right, it is. So an E5. So Siciliano reaches on an error. There's 1 out in the top of the second, and now Tyler Hopping, T-Hop, comes up to the plate.
You know, that error could come back to bite them.
Yep. Ball outside, 1-0.
See what happens. That's what started Lawrence's run last game.
Yep, an error.
Got reached on an error, and then the guys that followed it up to bat were able to bring him around.
And that was a big play there, Nick, because now if you look at it, that ball hit into the gap and a base hit. And now we're definitely going to see the top of the order. That's what I was going to tell you, that just getting one guy on when it was 6, 7, 8, the 9 batter automatically comes up, and you're going to get turned over to the top of the order at least in the third. But now we will see Sean Bunton as long as there's no double play ball here. So 1 out. You got first and second. That's Siciliano at second, and Tyler Hopping now reaches on a single. He's at first. So Paulino in his first jam, the last inning he had 2 guys on, was able to get out of it. And Paulino looks at the middle infielders asking who he has with the ball hit back to him. So Ryan Conant will come in now, the shortstop. And that ball's low, ball 1.
And you got Verona over playing first base. He's playing in on the infield grass.
Just in case,
Just in case he drops down the bunt down the line.
Swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1.
Like I was saying before, how these batters need to just stay back and wait for that pitch to come in. You had Conant right there kind of jump out in front of the pitch.
Kind of looked like he was just waving at it.
Yeah.
So the pitch from Paulino, he's in the stretch, he checks the runner, and then a curveball outside, and Chaco will try to frame that one, but umpire not calling that one a strike. It's a little too outside.
Yeah, a little too far outside.
And umpire actually gives him a little pat on the back, like,
Good, good frame.
I saw that. And big cut there for Conant.
I used to say that to catchers sometimes, you know, when they look back at me, I'm like, that was a nice frame.
I think I told you the last time we were calling the game, I saw a video from a little leaguer as Paulino comes from the stretch and he hits the ball out to left field. That's going to be caught by John Batista and not able to tag, as that one's in shallow left center, excuse me. So now 2 outs. But as I was saying, Nick, the little leaguer, the ball was like 3 feet up, and he jumped up and caught it and went straight down and tried to frame it, and it was like it was a great little video of a little leaguer trying to frame a pitch that was 3 feet over the batter's head, and you just gotta laugh. But Bunton will come up now with 2 outs, top of the order for Shrewsbury. Bunton hits from the left side, and Paulino able to hit that outside corner for a strike. So Bunton behind 0-1 now.
Speaking of Little League World Series, we got Madison from Connecticut representing a team from the Northeast.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Madison, Connecticut in the Little League World Series. That ball outside. Chaco able to get that one, not letting it go by him. He did a great job behind the plate in the last game.
Yes, he did.
Got that strong arm. So 1-1 now, 2 outs, man on first and second. We're in the top of the second. It's 1-0.
Ooh, that got real close to hitting somebody in the dugout over there.
You got to be careful.
You got to be paying attention.
I know the netting only goes all the way to the dugouts here. And, you know, that was something they had a 30 for 30 in ESPN about how some parks are thinking about extending it all the way around the field to protect
netting,
people.
yeah,
the netting.
The netting doesn't protect the
players
in the dugout.
No,
so,
you're right.
You know, in the most major league fields, the dugouts are a little farther apart than they are here, but these guys are standing pretty close to the batter's box.
That ball just fouled off down the left field line as Bunton tries to stay alive here. It's 1-2. But yeah, Nick, you know, you see terrific things where foul balls hit young kids, like 2-year-olds, and it was just terrible. And you know, you go into a ballpark and it does say you have to be aware of foul balls and bats and stuff flying away, and ballparks and teams have actually gotten away with it, you know, like liability wise. So, you know,
that's why whenever you go to a professional sports game, you got to pay attention to what's going on.
Yep.
You know, especially baseball. I think baseball is probably the sport that you really need to pay attention to with that baseball coming at you.
Swung on and missed, and it doesn't matter. So Bunton goes down swinging in the top of the second, and Lawrence Mass still has a 1-0 lead. But you're right, Nick, and paying attention is important, especially in this game, as it comes down to the little things and attention to detail. So we'll head into the bottom of the second as Lawrence Mass tries to add on to their 1-0 lead. We're here at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field at the College of Holy Cross for the second game in the Northeast Regional Championship. We'll be back after our American Legion messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson. Served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Life in the military is...
All right, well, we're back here. We're just having baseball conversations during the break, but John West will come up and pitch now, and he'll be on the hill. And Ivanson Batista will step in as that ball's high and inside, ball 1. So Batista's up, and it'll follow with John Batista. We assume that's a brother or relative, and following him will be Luis Colon. So 6, 7, 8 coming up for this Lawrence Mass team. It's now 2-0 to Batista. Now 3-0 as West falls behind.
As I was saying earlier, I've noticed these pitchers have been working really fast. I think it would be, West, just step off the back of the mound, compose yourself.
Yep, gather yourself.
You just threw 3 balls in a row.
And Batista fake bunts. They're trying to throw West off. But you're right, Nick. You got to gather yourself. You got to control the momentum, get in that rhythm, as I like to talk about. That one fouled back, and now it's full. So West able to battle back. It's tough for any pitcher, even in the major leagues, to come back 3-0. And now we'll see if West can get it done. That pitch on the outside corner called strike 3. And, as we looked at his report, West, 6 strikeouts. And only 1 walk, I think, he threw in those innings that he pitched. And he already has 2 Ks today, so.
2 looking, too.
Yep. John Batista will step in now, the open stanced right-handed hitter, and he plays center field for this team. That ball in the dirt, so it's 1-0 now, 1 out. Still a 1-0 ball game in the bottom of the second. That ball ripped down the left field line and out of play. It's out of the stadium.
He's way ahead of that ball.
Way ahead, yeah, as we said. A lot of these hitters have been behind and hit that ball to right field. Look at Bonolo. He's actually cheating more towards the left. So they must know something about Batista, Jay Batista. But he is open stance. If you look at him, like he's trying to pull that ball. The ball fouled straight back, so now 0-2.
Yeah, I'm okay with batters having an open stance, but when the pitch is coming in, you got to square back up, and I've just noticed that he doesn't do that. He stays open.
And he's gonna drop that one in, but no, Bunton makes a diving catch.
Wow.
Right, that looked like that was gonna drop in there, but a great play by Sean Bunton, the left fielder, making the slide dive kind of catch there.
Yeah,
so he lines out to left.
Batista did a good job going with that pitcher's inside, but he's still staying open when that pitch is coming in. So if there's a pitch on the outside part of the plate, he's going to have a difficult time making contact with that ball.
Yeah, now head coach from Lawrence, or manager, is going to step out here and try to argue it.
Looked like a pretty clean catch to me.
Yeah. They're going to talk it over, the umpires.
Yeah, right now they're going to talk. You know, it's really the third base umpire's call.
You really think they're talking about the play, Nick, or are they talking about where they're going to eat after the game?
You know, when we used to get together like this to discuss a play, you know, a controversial call, you know, if you're the plate umpire or the second base or first base for this matter, you're going to talk to the third base guy and be like, you're right on top of it. Do you have clear, did you see that clearly? And if he says, yes, I did, well, then you're going to go with his call. You're not going to overturn it unless you really do see something bounce and hit the ground.
Got to have inclusive evidence that that's a changed call, and they're going to call him out. So now 2 outs now. West able to go 1-2 now. Let's see if he can get Cologne, who steps in. He's hitting from the left side, and Cologne doing a great job in left field today for this Lawrence Mass team. That ball fouled straight back into the net. 0-1. He'll check swing. It looks like he's going to hold up, and they're going to check, and they said he didn't go. So 1-1 now. That pitch from West fouled off straight back. It'll be 1-2 now to Cologne. This all comes to you from Sporting News CT. That ball hit in the right field, but Bonolo hit right at him. So 1, 2, 3 go these 6, 7, 8 batters for Lawrence Mass. So no hits, no errors, no runs, and nobody left on base. We're going to head into the top of the 3rd inning here as Lawrence Mass leads Shrewsbury, Massachusetts 1-0, and we're in the if game. Whoever wins this will head to Shelby, North Carolina. We'll be back after these important messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice, and for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet great.
Well, we're back, and Paulino will try to find his rhythm, and stepping in now will be TJ Morguera. He singled his first time up, Nick, and you know, that ice cream truck's behind this press box, and I might have to go out there and get an ice cream cone before the day ends. That curveball hit to left field down the line, and Cologne will catch that one. So TJ Morguera flies out to left. And
speaking of that ice cream truck, I keep smelling the exhaust coming in through our window here.
Little diesel.
Little diesel.
But
speaking of diesel, here comes big boy Mr. Livingston.
Yeah, and Livingston is exactly what you said, Bin Diesel, and he's been hitting that ball so good today.
Yes, yeah.
And Paulino already working Livingston outside. You do not want to give him anything on the inside corner so he could drive it and pull it. So 0-1 now to Livingston. That ball hit in the gap, and Livingston just makes it look easy, right, Nick? And
yeah, you know, he does. He's been doing everything right. You know, he's hitting the ball where it's pitched,
Yep.
hitting it hard. That's what matters. Hit a ground ball, hit it hard. Maybe the infielders make a mistake or bobble the ball.
Yeah, and now John West will try to help out his own cause. The pitcher will step in, and Livingston on first. That ball hit to the shortstop, Pena. They'll try to turn two, and Peralta will throw it over, and that's a double play. And mark that a 4-6-3 double play as Lawrence Mass able to get out of that one real quick, as it looked like they were going to be knocking at the door. Shrewsbury is now down 1-0 to Lawrence Mass. We'll be back after these messages.
Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.
Well, we're back here at Hanover Insurance Park, and John West is on the mound. Luis Mejia is the 9 batter. He shows bunt, so it's 1-1 here. And now he's behind 1-2. He probably won't bunt now, but Lawrence Mass knows that 1 is not enough to fend off Shrewsbury. They're going to try to add on here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Lawrence Mass leads 1-0. I'm Jim Vartelis. I'm here with Nick Lemire. He's color commentating. I'm doing the play-by-play, and that ball's hit over the second baseman's head. Wright will make a diving catch, and a lot better than the last game where he backpedaled and kind of missed that ball. And
This one he turned, ran, gave a nice leap, was able to get that.
Great job by Wright there. So 1 out now, the bottom of the 3rd, and we're calling this game from the press box here at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field, the home of the College of Holy Cross.
And also their local independent team, the Bravehearts.
Yeah, they head down to Bristol today, I'm pretty sure I overheard. So Kebler Peralta will step in, the lefty hitter. He struck out his first time up, and West falls behind 2-0 now.
Yeah, they had a good first inning. You know, they scored that run and haven't done anything since, really, on the bases.
Now 3-0. It'll be tough for West to come back from this one. Peralta's probably doesn't have the green light here. We'll get that automatic strike, and it is 3-1 now. You're right, though, Nick. You know, we talked over the break. Swung on and missed, full count. Lawrence Mass just finding ways to get it done, huh?
They do. You know, you get a run around, and they're doing great at moving them over around the bases.
Called on the outside corner, so second time today. Peralta will go down looking uncharacteristic of him. So 1-2 go the 9-1 batters, and Anibal Pena will step in. He had that big double, which started off that first inning rally where they were able to get one run to lead this game.
Yeah, he's the only man to score so far in today's game.
Pitch from West on the outside corner for a strike.
Seems like West is starting to settle in.
Yeah, and
He's still a little wild, it looks like. You know, he throws a lot of balls high, outside.
Pena will call time, but I agree, Nick. But you know what? He hasn't walked anybody.
No walks.
So he has fallen behind 3-0, but able to make his way back a couple times so far. That pitch, huge cut by Pena, and like,
He wanted that one.
he did, and you know, you're a little off balance. He pulled his head out there, so now he falls behind 1-2, and West works his magic, and that one upstairs for ball 2. It's 2-2, nobody on, 2 outs, and Pena calls time again as might be trying to get West off balance, as West has been working quickly, as you noticed before, Nick.
Yeah.
The big leg kick, and that ball hit down the left field line. It's going to be foul as T-Hop grabs that hop, tosses it in. I'm going to be like Dr. Seuss, rhyming, or Busta Rhyme. Pena now 2-2. That ball popped up to shallow left, and looks like Hopping grabs it. So John West's able to go 1-2-3, no hits, no errors, no runs scored. And just like that, Lawrence Mass has to go back out into the field. Shrewsbury going to try to tie this game up or take the lead. Both teams with 2 hits today, and we're heading into the top of the 4th here at Hanover Insurance Park. This one a pitcher's duel. We'll be back with Sporting News CT after these important messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
All right, we're back. We're back here at Hanover Insurance Park, and Paulino will still be on the hill here for this Lawrence Mass team as they lead 1-0. They scored 1 run in the bottom of the 1st, and Mike Bonolo will step in here as we're live here on YouTube through Sporting News CT, but I just pulled out the weapons and my fan club, as Riles likes to talk about, going a little Instagram live. We're here in the press box. That ball ripped down the right field line, foul, off to the light post, and comes back into play. The umpire will jog over, toss it in, and they'll check that ball. So Kara joined. Is this ESPN? Haha. Yeah. It's ESPN, all right. But 1-2 count now to Bonolo. It's 1-0 Lawrence Mass over Shrewsbury. That ball hit into shallow left field. Cologne will come on and catch that one. So 1 down for Lawrence Mass and the top of the 4th.
Shrewsbury at some point is going to have to get some hits together. They're going to have to get these guys around the bases and score a run.
I agree, Nick. You know, first 2 innings, they had first and second and
Yeah.
nothing going. They're going to have to put the pressure on the defense as Paulino just finding the rhythm. That curveball's low, ball 1. It's better. She goes laughing my ass off. It's better. Ooh, sorry. See, now I'm cussing over the air. Excuse me if there's young viewers watching. That ball's inside, so now 2-0 to Chris Wright. So it's 1-0.
Chris Wright
Lawrence
had
Mass leads.
He had a base hit last game.
That pitch on the outside corner.
You know, this umpire, he's been consistent. That ball a little bit outside it looks, but, you know, he's calling it consistent. These guys can swing the bat.
That ball hit to the third baseman. Guerrero will vacuum that one up across the diamond and on to Verona. So 2 down now. And we're live over here at Hanover Insurance Park, the home of the College of Holy Cross. And the 7-batter, Christian Siciliano, will step in. He reached on an error his first time up. There's 2 outs here. Top of the 4th.
Yeah, Paulino he's making quick work of this Shrewsbury team early here in these innings.
That ball inside, 1-0. Let's go. Give me a shout out. Ray Harding. What's up, Ray? We're here. Hanover Insurance Park. It's 1-0. That ball in there for a strike.
That was a nice curveball.
It's 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on, and the winner of this game will go to Shelby, North Carolina. They'll play on Thursday in the World Series. That one fouled off over the press box. It's 1-2. And Trevor Tima, one of my former teammates. He played left field, I played center field. Great combo right there. Nothing got by us. And it's 1-2 now to Siciliano, the catcher. That curveball low and outside evens the count 2-2.
Seems like Paulino's relying on that curveball, at least so far in this inning.
Yeah, Nick, he's keeping guys off balance. Second time around in the order, and that ball ripped down the left field line, but foul into the tarp. So it's 2-2, 2 outs.
There's no need for that tarp today. What a beautiful day.
Yeah, man, and earlier on in this tournament, the second day, I think it was, or was the first day? The first day we had a rain out, and Shrewsbury had to come back and play early in the morning and then play 2 games the next day. So that ball inside, it's going to be a full count to Siciliano, the catcher. And you never want to put a guy on with 2 outs here. That ball hit over the second baseman's head. It'll drop in for a base hit, so Siciliano able to get a 2-out single. We're here in the top of the 4th. It's 1-0, and the tying run now on base. Tyler Hopping, I like to call him T-Hop. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. He's up now.
You know,
Stay hot, T-Hop.
Yeah. You know, if he can put a ball out there, first and second, 2 outs, anything can happen.
You're right, Nick. And Paulino from the stretch deals. That ball hit over our press box, so 0-1. There's 2 outs here. Man on first. Scores 1-0.
The Shrewsbury team is starting to make contact with Paulino's pitches. You know, they've seen him twice already, so they're coming through a third time. They got an understanding of what he throws, what pitches he throws. Let's see if they can put something together now in these mid-innings and get some runs across the plate.
You're right, Nick. And it's 1-1 now to Hopping. And Paulino will come to set and pitch that one. That'll be popped up to shallow center field. It looked like Peralta will call it. Now the right fielder, wow, Ivanson Batista comes all the way over and catches that in shallow right center field. So they're able to get out of that one. So we have one hit, no errors, no runs scored, one man left on base, and we'll head into the bottom of the 4th inning as Lawrence Mass will come up and they have a 1-0 lead. So we're here with Sporting News CT, and we'll be back at Hanover Insurance Park after these important messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice, and for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Well, we're back here at Hanover Insurance Park, and John West is on the mound. Brian Guerrero steps up. He hits that ball to right field. That's going to drop in front of Bonolo, and he'll get that one in quickly. So Lawrence Mass able to start off the bottom of the 4th with a single. And this game is becoming very interesting. And
Guerrero's working fast there. First pitch swinging, put the ball to the opposite field.
as I lose my pen here. So West from the stretch now. That ball hit at the shortstop, Morguera. He'll flip it to the second baseman right. They'll turn the double play onto Livingston. So just like that, a 6-4-3 double play. And when it looked like Lawrence Mass was going to get something going, John West able to get out of it.
Yeah, Guerrero worked fast there. First pitch hitting, you get on base, and unfortunately now you have 2 outs. You know, it's great for a Shrewsbury team, but a Lawrence team was trying to add on a couple more runs.
Yep. And so we got 2 kind of live things going on here, Nick. We got our GoPro camera, and then we got the picture of us. So we're going dual live here. And that first pitch from West will be a strike. Henry Chaco, will step in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to third. And that ball up high, so 1-1 now. 2 outs, nobody on, and we're here at Hanover Insurance Park. It's 1-0. That ball swung on and missed. Big cut by Chaco.
Last game about this time, we've already had 2 balks.
You're right, Nick. This is a pitcher's duel. As I said, David versus Goliath. That ball hit at the second baseman, backhanded by right onto Livingston, and just like that now, the momentum could change as they're able to get out of that one. So coming up next inning will be 9-1-2 for Shrewsbury, and you got to think, Nick, if the 9 batter can get on and the top of the order for Shrewsbury comes up, we might have a different ball game here. It's 1-0 Lawrence over Shrewsbury. We're going to go to break here, and we'll be back after our important American Legion messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America.
Well, we're back here. I'm Jim Vartelis with Nick Lemire, and we're at Hanover Insurance Park for this great Northeast Regional Championship game. It's a close one. It's 1-0 Lawrence, Mass. As Shrewsbury comes up now. It'll be 9-1-2, and Ryan Conant will show bunt. That's a low ball, so 1-0 now. He flew out to center field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 on the day, and the pitch from Paulino is foul down the right field line. That'll be out of play.
Shrewsbury's got to start making.
Oh, and somebody in the crowd just caught that with one hand, and he tosses it in to Pena. Wow, what a great catch there.
Oh, man.
What were you going to say, though?
Shrewsbury, they got to start making work early here in these innings, or in the inning. With no outs, they got to get runners on base.
Yep,
It
I
seems
agree.
like they're getting quick outs, and then, they have 2 outs, and then they get a man on
Then
base.
they get a guy on.
Yeah.
A lot harder to do stuff with 2 outs than
Yeah.
getting that leadoff guy on, and I think that's why Conant was trying to bunt there, but it's 1-1 now. No outs, nobody on, and we're here in the top of the 5th. It's 1-0, and whoever wins this will head on to Shelby, North Carolina, and represent the Northeast. Play the Mid-Atlantic team at 7:30 Thursday night on ESPN3. That ball hit the right field, and going back is Ivanson Batista, and he'll sit underneath it and catch that one. So, as you said, Nick, not able to get a guy on early. So now 1 out in the top of the order. Sean Bunting will step in. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, he's lined out and struck out.
Yep. So he hits from the left side.
If he could just put the ball in the left center gap, look at all that space. You got the left fielder playing close to the line. Center fielder's playing to the right side of second base.
Yeah, there's a lot of room out there in left center near Percy's big blast. And that one upstairs, now 2-0 as Paulino falls behind. Hasn't done that much often today. Pitch. There's a strike, so 2-1 now.
See, that's the pitch that you want to swing at. 2-0 count, you know he's going to come at you.
I agree. So, not aggressive 2-0. Now it's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch from Paulino. Curveball outside. That misses, so it's 3-1. This is where you got to be aggressive too as a hitter.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You do not want to watch a strike go by. Put yourself in a
Paulino
3-2
throwing that
situation.
curveball as a lefty. You want to hit that ball to left center, like you said. Now it'll work the walk. So, not what you want to do is walk the leadoff batter of the team because he's got speed. TJ Morguera will come up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and flew out to left. Johnny, one of my good friends from New York. What's up, John? As we're dual live streaming here. We got video from inside the press box and video of our game. TJ Morguera steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And Paulino steps off as he knows Sean Bunting has speed at first. So there's 1 out, and you got to think Bunting, look, he takes that big lead, Nick.
Yeah.
And that curveball over there for a strike, or almost like a slider.
Yeah, it looked a little more like a slider than a curveball.
Yeah, a lot of movement, though.
Yeah.
That was the pitch to go on, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they start trying hitting runs.
That ball in the dirt.
Move some guys around the bases, you know.
Yep.
Bunton's got some speed, you know, and then Morguera's been hitting the ball pretty well, so a hit and run situation right here would be ideal.
That pitch outside, so 2-1 now. As Jeremy Kershaw joins our live chat on Instagram.
although Paulino he is starting to throw a little more wild than he was early, so hit and run maybe not the best option.
Yep, and they'll have a little defensive conference here as the Lawrence Mass coach comes out. It's 1-0. Lawrence Mass leads. A tying run now on first. This one's been a pitcher's duel. As I said earlier, it's David and Goliath. I think
Yeah.
Paulino as David, and he is winning.
Yeah, nothing since that first run in the first inning.
Yeah, and it's been quiet ever since.
Number 2 batter Pena scored in the first inning off of a sack.
Yep, he hit that big double.
Yeah.
So, yo, Nick, look out in like center field. You see that guy with the camera?
Yeah.
He's standing on something, videotaping the game. Wow.
That's
That ball in the outside corner. The umpire's going to call that one a strike. So 2-2 now.
he's got the professional angle right there.
He does. It's 385 in center, 372 in left and right center, and 313 down the line. That ball hit to the shortstop. Peralta will bobble it, and now he's going to try to throw across the diamond, and he's safe. So Peralta was about to go to second. He slips, tries to throw to first, so we're going to have to see how they're going to give him an error. So, and he's 6. Allows Morguera to get on, and now Shrewsbury knocking at the door. They got first and second, 1 out, and the big left-handed hitter Livingston comes up. He's hit one out of here yesterday, so he could change his game with one swing of the bat. It's 1-0 Lawrence Mass over Shrewsbury. We're on the top of the 5th, and we got a ball game.
Yes, we do, Jim. Livingston actually
That ball hit the left center field. It looks like Cologne will catch that one easy, and Bunton will not be able to go anywhere. So
now we're in this situation. They got first and second. There's 2 outs. They gotta get one of these guys in. They haven't had an opportunity like this all game so far. So
yeah, Nick, and you can't get it done with strikeouts and pop-ups, as my old coach Kello would say. You got to hit the ball down and hard, and you saw as Peralta slipped on that one that Morguera hit. But now John West will try to help out his own cause. He's the pitcher, the big righty, steps in, and that one over for a strike. Looked like almost like a changeup.
I think that's the pitch he wish he could take back.
Yeah. You got to hit that one. That was right there. 0-1 now. 2 outs. That one in there for a strike. So Checo will talk it over here,
They're
and
gonna try to decide what pitch to throw him now.
yeah,
he's seeing 2 fastballs right down the middle.
it's
of the plate.
0-2, 2 outs, man on first and second, and Checo will talk it over with Paulino. John West, the pitcher, up. West got hit by a pitch his first time up and then grounded into that 4-6-3 double play to end the 3rd. We're on the top of the 5th now. It's 1-0, and West hits that ball to center field, but looks like it'll be right to John Batista. So, you look at that inning, Nick, and F7, F8, F9,
Yep.
a walk and an error. So, you can't get it done with pop-ups, and this game getting closer and closer to the end. We're going to head into the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0, and this one's a pitcher's duel. We're here with Sporting News CT. I'm Jim Vartelis with Nick Lemire, and we're calling this game from Hanover Insurance Park. We'll be back after these important American Legion messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptable.
Well, we're back, and Iverson Batista will step in now. He's number 9, the right fielder, and that ball foul as Livingston grabs it and tosses it back to John West.
Looks like it maybe hit him off the shin or the foot.
Yeah, Batista a little
pointing down.
shooken up there, and Batista's 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out looking his first time up, and John West was able to get out of the last inning with a double play. Iverson Batista takes a big cut and now falls behind 0-2. That ball hit down the left field line. That's going to be trouble, Nick.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way to the wall almost. Oh,
It's going to be a stand-up double at least, as Sean Bunton tries to run that one down. And the thing is,
I wonder what they're discussing here.
I don't know.
Maybe an interference or obstruction call.
They're going to have an umpire conference. I don't know. That ball was hit down the left field line, and the thing is, they're playing him pull,
Yeah,
as he's a lefty. A lot of room down the left field
yeah,
line.
I didn't see any controversy going down the left field line there. Maybe something happened on the right side of the field as we were
I don't
following the
know.
ball.
So we're going to wait this call out here.
Yeah, Batista stands on second. He's going to try to get hit in by his counterpart, John Batista.
Yep. No outs, and like you said, Shrewsbury not able to get guys on with no outs. It's Lawrence Mass team able to get that leadoff double.
Yeah.
So
I would assume this has got to be some sort of rule conversation they're having. See if we can figure out what the verdict.
I don't know what's going on. I think they're telling me he's got to go back up and hit.
What would, maybe time was called. Maybe they never put the ball back in play.
I have no idea what's going on right now, Nick. I've never seen anything like this. They're telling him he's got to hit again.
My best guess, Jim, would be the ball was never put into play. We'll have to go back and watch that after the game.
Wow.
Find out what happened. Got some angry fans over on the Lawrence side.
Yeah, obviously, because that was a leadoff double.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know, you're going to have to see if this one comes back to bite them, right?
Yeah, well. All right, so Batista
Wow.
gets back in the box and tries it again.
And West And they're going to say, I don't know, it's 0-2, right? I'm assuming. They're going to call that ball.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to ring him up on a close pitch after
Yeah.
what just happened there.
Yeah. That pitch outside too, so now 2-2. And we're really going to have to go check that one out after.
Yeah, that was very strange.
And that one fouled away as well, the fans starting to pick up here.
Yeah.
That pitch hit at the shortstop, and Conant able to get that one. And
That was a hot shot.
yeah, that was a great play by Conant. So 6-3.
He was
With a
backing
weird-
up on that little weird hop.
That was hit so hard at him. As Ivan Batista hits 2 hard balls, and we're gonna have to. That ball must not have been in play. Like I've never seen that, and definitely a weird call. John Batista now steps in. That ball in the dirt, and looks like we might have a little action in the bullpen for Lawrence, as there's a catcher walking out there. And that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So 1-1 now.
Yeah, last game both pitchers went the whole stretch.
Yeah, great pitching performance
Yeah.
in that game, and a 1-0 game here, 1-run game. Bonolo will go back, and catch that almost on the warning track. That was a deep ball to right center for a righty to hit. So now Luis Colon will step in with 2 outs, nobody on, and Lawrence Mass still leads 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning here, and looks like number 22. I think that's the first baseman. Will go out and warm up in the bullpen for Lawrence Mass, as they'll be heading into the top of the 6th. That swung on and missed by Colon, so 1-1 now. Pitch from West, upstairs, ball 2, so 2-1 now, 2 outs, nobody on.
What a change in energy. You know, you thought you had a leadoff double. Get called back to the plate.
That one low and outside, 3-1. And yeah, Nick, you know, my last game coaching for Seymour High, we were in a tournament game, and the 9 batter came up in the top of the 7th and ripped the ball down the left field line. And I thought it was fair. No umpire signaled fair or foul, and he went to first base, and then they go, foul ball. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he had to go back to the plate, and he ended up grounding out. But I said, if that guy had gotten on, that's a strike, 3-2, as Colon upset about that call, thought it was ball 4. You know, momentum changes like that, it could change a ball game, and that ball's inside for ball 4, so he'll take off the arm guard, throw the bat, and now the 9 batter, so big at bat there. Colon able to work the walk, so Mejia, the 9 batter, comes up, and we'll see the top of the order this inning or the next for Lawrence Mass.
See if they can put anything together with 2 outs.
Swung on and missed, and Luis Mejia, he's 0 for 1. He lined out to second base his first time up. John West keeping Colon honest over there, as he's probably got speed. He's the left fielder.
See, if I'm West, I'm not going to worry about the guy in first so much. You got your 2 outs. You already got a strike on
Get
the
the
batter.
batter out, right?
Yep. Especially after this inning that he's been having.
That's fouled off his foot, so now it's 0-2 to Mejia.
Seen it so many times, you know. 2 outs, you got a guy on first or second. You try to pick him off, and you throw the ball into the outfield, and now you got a totally different situation.
Yep, and maybe he goes first to third by throwing it down into the right field line.
Yeah, you got 2 outs, 0-2 count.
And look at our cameraman from center field. Oh, that ball hit to the second baseman right. He'll flip it over to Conant, but look at that cameraman. He's been all over the place. Now he's down on the first base dugout. He was out in center field. I think he was in the press box a little bit, videotaping. So we're going to head into the top of the 6th, and Shrewsbury will try to tie this game up. It's 1-0 Lawrence, Mass, and whoever wins this heads to Shelby, North Carolina, and represents the Northeast. So we'll be back with these important after these important American Legion messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson. Served 2 tours in it.
All right, well, we're back here in the top of the 6th inning where Lawrence, Mass is going to try to fend off Shrewsbury, who was undefeated up until this point, as all the games between these two teams have been close, as the game earlier during the tournament went to extra innings. Lawrence, Mass defeated Shrewsbury 4-3 earlier today, and now it's 1-0, top of the 6th, and number 2. Go ahead, Nick.
Just found out something interesting about that play, that leadoff double that was called back.
Yeah, as Bonolo steps in. And yeah, that ball hit up the middle, and Peralta will not be able to get it. So, as you said, Nick, now they're able to get a guy on with no outs. See if they can move him over and score him.
Yeah, this is what they
move
need.
over, get on in. But yeah, so supposedly, well, not supposedly, what happened was we were confused up here as Ivanson Batista hit that ball down the left field line for a double, but it was called back. There was actually a ball behind the home plate area, was lodged, and the third base umpire saw it, called timeout as the pitch was thrown, and they called him back because there were 2 balls in play. They'll bunt it down the first base line, and he's gonna grab it, and they're gonna say it's a fair ball. Wow, he should have just let that one go, I think, Nick. I think that was going to roll foul, but you never know. Verona picks it up, gets the easy out, tags right, but he gets the sack bunt, so moves him over. So now Bonolo at first. Christian Siciliano reached both times on an error and a single. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He's been hot in the last 2 games. Done a great job behind the plate, and now Shrewsbury has a man on second, 1 out, as Siciliano and Hopping will come up. That curveball hung up there, 1-0.
Yeah, big base hit. He's going to get this team in a good position, hopefully tie up the ball game for them. Make things interesting.
That ball dribbled the third base dugout. You're right, though, Nick. This game has been close all game. Paulino just pitching flawlessly, Nick.
He is. He's sitting these batters down from Shrewsbury.
Curveball fouled off over the back of our field here, out of play.
Not too many base runners. We got a guy on second now, so Shrewsbury really needs to capitalize here because who knows when they'll get to see a guy on second base with 1 out again.
Yeah, and Shrewsbury actually has 5 hits. That ball hit into the shortstop gap. Peralta's going to bobble it. That was a tough play anyway. I don't know what they're going to give him on that one. They give him the hit.
Gave him the hit.
So Siciliano able to get a base hit there, Nick, and as you said, they were able to get that guy on early, and now it's first and third. Tyler Hopping up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and flew out to right. So all Hopping needs to do, he's going to talk with his coach, but all he needs to do is hit a deep fly ball and get in the speedy Bonolo, because Bonolo does play right field. He's got some speed. And
we got to watch and see if they do any small ball here, too. Maybe a little bunt and run, hit and run.
Yeah, the safety squeeze.
Safety squeeze.
A lot more ways to score from third than there is from second. So first and third now, and Siciliano on first.
I would assume that Siciliano is going to attempt to steal second base. They're going to try
I
to
don't
get this
know
guy
though,
in
Nick.
third.
He doesn't have the
He
speed
doesn't.
but that would help them out here. Tyler hopping at the plate, so Bonolo at third, Siciliano at first and third, and 1 out. Curveball outside. Some people upset in the crowd about that call. Just missed, 1-0. That ball hit the deep left field. That's going to beat Batista, and it does. Siciliano now gets by him. Siciliano will be on third. He's going to stay there, and wow, Tyler
That's a
hopping.
big hit. That's a
Big
huge
double.
hit. Huge.
RBI double.
And you know that's what they've been waiting for. They needed to get guys on in scoring position, come up with a big hit to the outfield, score your run.
Yeah, Nick, and now it's all tied up, 1-1.
You got 1-1, 1 out, man on second and third. There's no force out of bag except for first base.
Ryan Conant, the shortstop, he'll step in now. He's 0 for 2, but flew out to center field and right field, so he's hit the ball to the outfield, and number 10, the shortstop, he'll step in. Lawrence Mass will come up on the grass, Nick, and they're going to go home with everything. You got to think, will they play small ball here? And I don't think they will. And they're going to have a conference, and the Lawrence Mass coach is going to come out, and this might be it for Paulino.
Looks like Batista out there in center field is stretching from that last play.
Yeah.
Maybe got a little tight there trying to go get that ball in the gap.
You're right, he's stretching it out. Well,
Someone's having fun with that air horn down there, huh?
yeah, and that's it for Paulino. So we're going to go to break. We'll be back, and we'll let you know who's pitching. Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, able to tie this game up in the top of the 6th. And we got a ball game here, guys. A pitcher's duel, and Lawrence Mass crowd just standing up and giving Paulino the round of applause as he pitched a great game. So it's 1-1, man on second and third, 1 out, and the 9-batter Ryan Conant will step in, but we'll be back after this break.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson. Served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to
We got to change that. Pena. We're back. Pena goes to third. Guerrero will go to short. Kebler Peralta will move to the mound, and Paulino will go to second base. They're going to scratch the DH, and now Ryan Connon up in a big spot. And it gets by the catcher.
Oh, man, Jim. Things are just not going Lawrence way right now.
So now Shrewsbury takes a 2-1 lead. And wow, first pitch gets away from Checo, and he's been perfect all day up until that point, but
yeah,
we're going to have to see. Giving that a wild pitch? That's a wild pitch by the pitcher. First one. So now that was Siciliano that scored?
Yes.
So now Hopping
and that's
on
huge.
third.
It's huge because it doesn't seem like Lawrence has been able to really get any runs across.
No, and that one's popped up to right center, and you're going to think that Hopping's going to score here. Ivanson Batista throws it in. Great throw, but not in time, and now Shrewsbury able to get another one. And now 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on now, and if you're this Lawrence Mass team, you played so well. You scored 1 run and have kept the lead all the way up into this point, and
now you got the top of the order coming up.
Yep, and Bunting now up. So a sac fly.
That's huge from your 9 batter.
Yes, it is, and bunted back to the pitcher. Peralta will throw it, and he gets that out. So Bunting goes down as he bunts it. 1-3, but not before 3 hits, no walks, a sac bunt, a sac fly, and 3 runs scored in the top of the 6th inning. So Shrewsbury Mass takes a 3-1 lead in the top of the 6th inning. I'm Jim Vartelis here with Nick Lemire. We're with Sporting News CT, and this one's a ball game. We're going to see if Lawrence Mass can fight back here as they've just given up the lead in the top of the 6th. We're heading into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back after our American Legion messages.
Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before.
All right, well, we're here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Hanover Insurance Park. as John West takes the mound. Now he has a 3-1 lead. He's pitched pretty well all the way up until this point. He only gave up 1 run in the first inning, and now Peralta, who's now pitching, will step in for this Lawrence Mass team. He's 0 for 2. He struck out looking both times, and Peralta trying to help his own cause. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He didn't like that one, Nick. So 0-1 now. That ball hit down the right field line. Livingston will backhand it and take it himself, so able to get that first out.
Great play by Livingston over there.
Yeah,
That ball's
showing off
coming,
that glove.
yeah, when that ball's coming down the line, you're like, oh, is it going to hit the bag? You're just not too sure. But for him to stay down, snag that ball, and then call the pitcher off and go step on the base.
Hannibal Pena will step in. He doubled earlier on, and he takes a big cut, follows that one straight back. He started up that rally in the first, so 0-1 now as John West able to get ahead. What a ball game. Beautiful day here, Sunday afternoon. And
oh, yeah, sun's beginning to set. It's getting a little cooler out. The wind, it's been a pretty consistent wind all day.
He shows bunt and lets that one go by. It's 0-2, but you're right, Nick. Great day for baseball and wonderful crowd here at Hanover Insurance Park. We're at the College of Holy Cross, which we kind of took a little tour earlier on. Was able to go out in the field, check out the football field, look at the campus, and now we're here. That one gets away from Siciliano, and it's 1-2. So 1 out, nobody on, and we're here in the bottom of the 6th as Lawrence Mass had the lead up until this point. So let's see how they respond. Pena at the plate. Curveball fouled off down the right field line, and Livingston will go back, and that one's out of play. So not able to get that one. Another life here for Pena.
You know, there's not a lot of foul ground here at this ballpark like when we play doing the game at Rotary Field in South Windsor, Connecticut.
There was a lot of room down that line,
yes,
Nick.
there was.
And the bleachers coming out into the field here, and definitely a little more ambiance here. I love it here. This place is unbelievable.
Absolutely. This is a great facility that they have here.
That one's outside, so that'll even the count 2-2. And I would have liked to play here when we were playing, you know, looking out at that highway and just something about it. That ball hit to the third baseman, and T-Hop will grab it and throw it across, scooped up by Livingston, and he gets that. Wow. And you got to think Tyler Hopping is going to thank Livingston for that one later on.
Absolutely.
Great job. And
that was a great pick out of the dirt.
He threw that one on a hop. So Brian Guerrero, the lefty 3-batter, will step in. He's 2 for 2 on the day, Nick. You know, bunted a single earlier on and hit another single, so he's 2 for 2. That ball fouled down the left field line and hits into that tarp. John West just getting ahead right now. I think, you know, he's got a lot of confidence knowing that now he has a 2-run lead. He's only given up 3 hits today.
Yeah, it makes it feel a little better.
That ball fouled, and
especially knowing you have 2 outs now in this inning, so you only need 4 more outs.
Yep. And, you know, not to jinx them or anything, but, you know, the Shrewsbury team, no errors.
Yeah, playing great defense.
That ball hit to the second baseman right. He'll charge it, throw it to Livingston, and they'll get him there. So 1, 2, 3, no hits, no errors, no runs scored, nobody left on base. We're heading into the top of the 7th here as Shrewsbury will try to get some insurance run because they're up 3-1 now. We're here at Hanover Insurance Park for the Northeast Regional Championship. I'm Jim Vartelis with Nick Lemire, and we've got a ball game here. Whoever comes out on this will be heading to Shelby, North Carolina on Thursday. So we'll be back after these important messages.
Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. America, meet Greg Anderson, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed. The unemployment rate among transitioning service members is unacceptably high, much higher than the general population. Veterans are a proven commodity. They're mature, reliable, and hardworking, and they deserve a chance to get back to work after serving their country. Do you really want to honor a veteran? Hire one. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help. Today, more than ever before, women are on the front lines of America's defense. These brave women struggle and sacrifice to help keep our country secure. They deserve to be recognized for their service as guardians of freedom. Please support the American Legion's efforts to serve the growing number of women veterans.
All right, and we're back now. It's 3-1. Shrewsbury now leads in the top of the 7th, and TJ Morgera will step in.
Definitely going to try to get a couple insurance runs here to make you feel a little more fuzzy inside.
Yeah, no, I agree, Nick. And that one in their first strike. Peralta now on the hill, and the book is closed for Paulino, and he gave up 3 runs there. Seven hits, and that ball hit at the shortstop, and Guerrero will catch that one. Wow, and the umpire grabbing that one ever. They throw away the throw around, the around the horn. The big lefty Matt Livingston will step in now. He's 1 for 3 on the day, flew out to left twice, and he singled, so Peralta from the windup puts that one over, 0-1. How about this Shrewsbury team, Nick? You know, just fighting back, never giving up. You know, they could have been like, oh, it's 1-0, and it looked like things were not going their way. But as you were mentioning, they were able to get that first single with nobody on, with no outs, and that ball fouled straight back. 0-2. They really showed. And all I'll say is, whichever team comes out of this Northeast Regional Tournament will be battle tested.
Absolutely. You know, they're going to have to score a lot more runs.
That ball hit down the right field line. That's going to be fair. Livingston just staying hot. You know, that'll be a stand-up double there for him.
It's a great piece of hitting by Livingston. Going right down the line.
Yep, and he's 2 for 4 on the day. He just keeps adding on to that batting average, Nick.
Yeah, he increased his batting average last game in this tournament. And most likely do the same here.
Yeah, so now John West steps up, and he's going to try to help his own cause. As we said, you know, 2 might not be enough against this Lawrence Mass team, and he's 0 for 2 on the day, was hit by a pitch, grounded into a double play, and flew out to center. So West trying to get a base hit here. He's due. Big cut there, and he misses. All I know is John West, he likes to hit that ball hard. Well, I don't know if he likes to do it, but he does do it.
Yeah, he's due for a hit. He had a hit his last at-bat in the previous game here.
Pitch from Peralta. Ball fouled over the first base dugout and bounces back into the stadium. And it's 0-2 now to West. You got to think West, you know, and I hate to say it, but he's got to be concentrated on going out and pitching that bottom of the 7th. I don't know what his pitch count is. Maybe we'll be able to find out. That one inside, called for strike 3. He didn't like that one, but, you know, you got to shake that one off. And as I said,
don't
worry
think about
about
it.
Yeah,
We'll
worry
get back-
about
yeah.
going out and pitching.
Yep, get back out there.
Mike Bonola will come up, and he had that big single in the last inning, which started up that rally in the 6th inning. Looks like Guerrero's going to bird dog Livingston. That ball outside. Peralta comes to a set and pitches that one outside now. Falls behind 2-0, so 2 outs, 2-0. Livingston's on second. Shrewsbury leads 3-1, and
If you're Peralta, you definitely want to stop Stop the bleeding here.
Yep. Now it's
You
3-0.
don't want to let Livingston come around and get to home.
Definitely takes the wind out of going back in there and knowing that you only have to get 2 runs instead of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That one's ball 4. So Bonolo able to work the walk. He's 1 for 3 with a walk today, and now Chris Wright will step up. He had that big sack bunt which moved Bonolo over in the last inning. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but with a sack bunt. Or 0 for 2. I don't think the sack bunt counts. That ball hit up the middle. Be a tough one for Guerrero, and he'll step on the bag, and now fielder's choice puts them out of the inning. So Lawrence Mass will have 3 outs to come together as the coaches want to talk to them, and they know they got to score 2 runs here.
Yep.
And no hit, or 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base, but no runs scored. And we're heading into the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-1 Shrewsbury over Lawrence Mass. This one's been a great one. We'll be back after these messages.
Life in the military is one of service and sacrifice. And for some, that sacrifice is more than many of us can imagine. Please join with the American Legion in recognizing and supporting our wounded warriors and their families. Let's not allow them to be forgotten and left to fend for themselves. They deserve more. Sometimes just thank you isn't enough. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out how you can help.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
America, meet Greg Anderson. Served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, and unemployed.
Well, we're back at Hanover Insurance Park. I'm Jim Vartelis, and I'm with Nick Lemire doing the color. And Nick, this one's been a great one. John West at 85 pitches. He's going to try to get 3 outs here to head on to North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 2 really great games between these 2 teams today. The first game came down to 1 run. This one we're down to 2.
Verona pops that out to left field. Sean Bunting will camp underneath it, and he gets that one. So 1 down, Nick, and you're right. We have had 2 great games here. And the first one, Lawrence Mass pushing it to the if game. They defeated Shrewsbury 4-3. But John West here, Nick, only giving up 3 hits.
3 hits, 1 run in the first inning, and he's just been solid ever since.
He's only walked 1 guy, no hit by batters.
Yep.
Or hit by pitches, I mean, excuse me.
A couple of strikeouts.
Bob Borkowski from Southington would like to rag on me for saying that. That tongue twister, and that one's in there for a strike. So 0-1, 1 out. And we're going to see who's going to head to Shelby. Lawrence fans trying to get their guys going. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 7th here, and it's 3-1. Northeast Regional Championship. That pitch is low. 1-2. Good waste by West, though. You know, don't want to leave anything over there.
You're still ahead in the count. You have plenty of time. If you get this next out, you're going to feel really good.
And he calls time, and West kind of upset because that looked like a great pitch. And, you know, Henry Chaco is up right now. He caught all day. He did a great job behind the plate both games. So it's 1-2, 1 out. Pitch from West on the outside corner. Evens it out 2-2. That pitch is upstairs, and West wants to know where that one was.
The crowd's really starting to get into this game now.
Yeah, both sides.
Yep.
You're going to hear on our crowd mic, That ball hit back up the middle. Wow, and cut off by the shortstop. And
What a play.
Conan able to make that play, and it almost looked like Wright was going to grab it, but he was able to cut it off, and they throw that one away. And
That's a great play.
you know,
That's a big-time play right there.
yeah,
Come across, get the ball in front of second base, and then throw off balance.
it almost looked like the big West was going to grab that, but it got over his head. So a 6-3, and now Ivanson Batista will step in now.
Got the
That ball
fans
fouled
standing,
straight back.
starting to get to their feet for Shrewsbury.
Yeah, you know, they're 1 out away from going to Shelby and the host team, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. They've played great baseball, now 0-2.
It looks like Wes is digging a little bit deeper in there. It looks like he's throwing the ball harder
Still
now
got it.
than in the first inning.
Ball fouled off, and Batista fighting.
You know, this was a great 2 games by these 2 teams. You know, give it to Lawrence for fighting in there, winning that first game, forcing the second game.
Yep, and that ball outside, 1-2. You're right, Nick. Both teams here playing great. It's great baseball. And as I said, they'll be battle tested. And that one hit to the second baseman. This could be it. Wright throws it on to Livingston, and that's it. They celebrate. Wow, what a sight. You know, they came undefeated into this championship matchup, and, you know, Cop will walk out the umpires, and, you know, that was just a great ball game, Nick.
That
and,
was. I mean,
you know, Lawrence able to score 1 run in the first inning. That was a
Yeah.
double by Pena, bunt by Guerrero, sac fly RBI by Verona in the first. That was the only run John West gave up.
yeah.
And then in the 6th inning, you get that leadoff single by Bonolo, a sac bunt by Wright, a single by Siciliano, and then that big double RBI for Hopping, and then a sac fly by Conant, and just like that, Shrewsbury got 3 runs in the top of the 6th. And Goliath wins today as John West gets the W, Paulino gets the loss, and Lawrence Mass played great, Nick, you know, and they come up short, but
You know,
hats out to the Shrewsbury team.
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they showed up. You know, I mean, this game, there was only 2 innings where any runs were scored by either team. So
Yep.
that just shows you that the pitching today was absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
It all came down to, you know, a couple hits here and there that made this game Shrewsbury's championship game. You know?
Yeah. And, you know, 8 hits for the Shrewsbury team and only 3 for Lawrence. We're going to have the ceremony here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're walking down.
They're
with
walking
the
down out of
trophies.
left field with all that good stuff that you play for, Nick. And,
Yeah.
you know, what a beautiful day for baseball. We're here at Hanover Insurance Park, and, you know, great crowd, great atmosphere here, and you know, you
this
hate to
Lawrence
see a team go home.
Yeah, it sucks. You know, it never
Somebody's
feels
gotta
good,
lose,
but
though.
someone's got to lose. And you know what? These Lawrence players right here, they need to keep their heads up. They played absolutely phenomenal today, and you know, come back again next year, play some ball. And you know, a lot of these guys are going to go off to college and play ball, and you know, possibly have great careers there.
Yeah, Nick, and I'm going to try to turn up our crowd mic. I'm assuming that they have some guys on there that are going to speak with a microphone and maybe hand out MVP awards and
Those
give
look
out
like
the
some pretty big trophies.
championship for the Northeast. And you see some Legionnaires out there, and you know, look at they already got the water. They're going to dump it on their coach.
Yep.
Look. And they're just running around with a bucket of water right now. Who are they going to dump it on?
I hope his cell
I
phone
think
wasn't
that's
in
the
his
GM,
pocket.
Frank. And Yeah. You know, just that's awesome for this Shrewsbury team, and they just fought back. They could have given up 1-0 in the first inning and just been like, you know, today's not our day. We're going to lose both these games, but they never gave up, Nick. And,
No,
you know, John West, what about that pitching performance?
absolutely phenomenal. To to hold them to 1 run that happened in the first inning.
Yep,
I mean, then pitched in the next 6 innings and give up no runs
yep.
and only a
And
couple of
even
hits
even
there.
Paulino up until that point
Yeah,
was pitching so well, and you got to think, you know,
yeah.
things could have been a little different, but they aren't, and this is what we get. And the Northeast Regional winner will be Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, the host team, and they are able to get it done, and I think this team could compete. They're going to play the Mid-Atlantic team, and they'll play Thursday, 7:30 on ESPN 3, if you want to tune into that game. So, you know, I think they'll be battle-tested, and
Absolutely. There's
they're
a
gonna,
lot of good teams out there.
the tournament director goes over and gives Lawrence their best, and you know, those guys played their hearts out. And let's kind of take off our headsets, let this go underway, and we're going to try to get John West and I think Hopping in here for a little interview post game. So they're going to hand out the trophies. We'll be back after this.
Closing ceremony, and have teams go back and celebrate, and maybe not celebrate on the third one. But absolutely fantastic tournament by both of these teams. It was really a pleasure having them around. First of all, the tournament MVP, and that person is Matt Livingston. Just to give you an idea of what Matt did during this tournament, his batting average was .647. He had 15 RBIs and 2 home runs. A great tournament. Next, we need to congratulate the Lawrence team for an outstanding showing. And the Lawrence team will come forward, pick up the trophies, the runner-up patches. The state of Massachusetts could not lose in this ball game. We were both of them from there, and a great showing by both teams. Both teams. All right, championship trophy. Shrewsbury. Please come forward. Pick up the hardware. To the fans in the stands, thank you all for being here. These tournaments are not possible without you fans. So thank you all for coming. Drive safely on the way home. Couple more pictures, folks. Shrewsbury High School. Yeah.
Well, we're back, and we're with Tyler Hopping, and I was calling you T-Hop all day.
I love it.
You know, you were 2 for 3. How did it feel when you hit that double and you got that RBI?
It felt incredible. Just looking around at the stands, everyone screaming. It was awesome.
Yeah. How excited are you to go to Shelby?
I'm so excited. I wanted this last year. We didn't get it, but now we finally got it. I've been excited since they went 2 years ago and I saw them on TV.
Nice. And, you know, you guys showed adversity. You went down 1-0. You had to play the second game, which I know you guys didn't really want to do. And you win 3-1. What does this say about this team?
We're determined. You know, we don't give up ever.
Yeah. And, you know, I asked your 3 buddies, Hauben, McSweeney, and McDonald before. Why play for Shrewsbury? Why play American Legion Baseball? You could have went and played anywhere. You could have played AAU. Could have done travel. Why'd you pick Shrewsbury?
I've just heard so many good things from this team before I joined. I heard so much about the Don, our coach. I've heard he's the best coach I've ever had. One of my best friends since I've been growing up has been played for this team since he was a freshman, and he loved the experience. And every day he comes over and talks to me.
Okay, that's awesome, man. And you know, you guys did a great job. And are your other buddies here?
Yep.
All right, they are. Yo, congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
luck in Shelby. They'll be watching you on ESPN3 on Thursday. Oh, it's going to be awesome. You guys play the Mid-Atlantic. All right, let's get John Weston here, the winning pitcher. That's awesome. Yo, John, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You pitched a great game. You know, you had 1 appearance before. You pitched 3 innings, 6 strikeouts. Today, only 3 strikeouts. But, yo, giving up 3 hits, how does it feel? How do you feel after pitching that game?
I'm speechless right now. I don't even know. I just so filled with emotions right now. You
Yeah,
know?
and
so excited, so happy for all these guys.
You know,
They
it's
deserve it.
tough as a pitcher to pitch when you don't have the lead. You guys were down 1-0. And what does that say about this Shrewsbury team coming up in this tournament for the World Series? What can this team really do?
All I know is this team never quits.
Yeah.
That's just
You
that's
guys
just
showed it.
something that
You know.
we don't quit. All
Yeah.
year long we've came back and we've battled, and it showed today that we got some grit and we got some fight. And
Yeah. And you know, I have your stats here. You batted .467. Yo, like that's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Are you playing college ball?
I am.
Where are you playing?
As of right now, I'm verbally committed to Boston College.
Dude, that's awesome,
and
man.
I really look forward to going there.
Yeah. Well, my last question, I've asked all your buddies, Hauben, McDonald, McSweeney. I just asked Hopping. I was calling him T-Hop the whole tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Why choose American Legion Baseball? Why play for Shrewsbury? You could have went and played AAU. You could have went and played
Absolutely.
travel. You could have went somewhere, some other state. You could have played for anywhere. Why play the Legion?
There's no question. I mean, it's the best baseball around. I've played AAU, and I've had some great memories with some great teams, and I've learned a lot from there.
Okay.
I came here, and I played with some of my best friends, some of the kids I grew up with, some of the kids I played Little League with. And there's something about representing a town and representing the Legion Post and the people that serve in the Army for us, and playing for the Don and its coaching staff. Like, there's nothing like it.
Dude, that's
Absolutely
a great
nothing like
answer.
it.
That's
Thank
a
you.
great answer.
And
John West, congratulations. We wish
Thank
you the
you.
best of luck. Hopefully we're going to see you throwing and hitting dingers up in or down in Shelby.
I hope so.
And so do we have the MVP of the tournament,
That's
Livingston?
absolutely right. Kid
All
carried
right.
us. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Matt Livingston. You know, we chatted a little bit earlier yesterday when you hit that home run.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of wanted you to hit that big Percy's screen blast, but how does it feel winning this tournament?
You know, it feels great. You know, day one we had this goal set in mind, and some people will say like, oh, they don't deserve it. We didn't win the state tournament, but
Yeah.
I think we showed today that we deserve to be here. You know, we had a tough loss game one, but we came back and we didn't quit in game two. We
Yeah,
kept
and,
winning.
you know, you batted. Going into that game, you were batting .692. You went 2 for 4, which means you batted over .500. It might have actually brought your batting average down, but, yo, what does this say about the power that you have? John West, you got Bunton at the top of the order. You guys are so diverse as a batting order. What do you guys think you could do down in Shelby?
You know, I think we can really surprise people because, you know, maybe teams will be like, oh, they're from the Northeast. Maybe they only have a few good pitchers, but I think when they see our size, they'll be a little surprised. And when we start to get guys on and produce runs, I think we'll wake them up.
Yeah, now I've asked every single guy that came up here, why American Legion? You could have went and played AAU. You could have done this. Now you guys are the champions as your teammates celebrate still on the field. I know you want to get back down there, but why play for Shrewsbury American Legion?
I think it's just the team, like the family feel of it. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like there's really nothing else like it. Just everyone's family. Everyone gets along together. You know, we do everything as a team, and then it kind of brings back to like why we even play the game, have fun, and how we started playing the game back in the old days. So
yeah, and dude, look up at that scoreboard, man. First inning, you guys go down 1-0, and then that 6th inning is where it all cracks open, you know. And I just saw the excitement, you know what I mean? And like, you guys did it. How like, is it like hitting you yet, or is it gonna hit tomorrow or tomorrow morning? Like,
I don't know. I had a pretty good feeling once we got those 3 runs in the 6th. That was
it. That was it. You're going to Shelby.
And I knew John was going to go out there.
We didn't want to jinx you guys. We were going to send someone down and go, get those guys up here. It's like the 7th inning. We're like, we already wanted to interview you. But, hey, Matt Livingston, you did a great job. We wish you the best of luck in Shelby, and you played a great tournament, man. MVP. There he is, the MVP. We look up at that camera. All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great day, dude. Good luck.
Thank you, you too.
And we're out of here as we'll turn the camera back around as the final score. Shrewsbury, Massachusetts 3, Lawrence, Mass 1. All day up here in the press box. 2 great games. Unfortunately, Lawrence has to go home, and this team will be moving on to Shelby, North Carolina. And my good friend Nick Lemire, thank you, buddy, for coming and helping us. And we're gonna leave it at this. And good luck to this team in the future.